Hello everybody and welcome to a beginner's perspective of League of Legends. I thought this video would be kind of interesting to make to older players and developers and people who contribute to the community and things like that. I feel like it's kind of an interesting thing for them to learn the perspective of a brand new player playing this game. When I say I'm brand new to this game, I mean like I played this game once like 3 years ago or something. Played like one game, hated it and quit like so fast. I played Corky too, but we'll get into that. And this time, I played like on and off for a few weeks, and I'm actually having a great time so far. So let's get into what I think about this game so far as a brand new player. The first thing going into this is the character pool. Like I said just now, I played Corky as my first character ever. And the reason I even picked Corky is because he legit looked like a meme. He was like this old dude with this long wispy gray mustache just flying around this little biplane or some shit. So I'm like, yeah, that character looks hilarious. I gotta play him. And I look at the character screen, I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot of characters in this game. I looked it up, and actually the current number of champions in this game is 134. I'm like, wow, that's actually really cool. And I looked through them all, and like, it's amazing, because every game I play, I see characters that I've never seen before. I don't know if it's because some are meta and some are not, but it's cool that there's so many different characters, and all of them are played. There's still a lot of characters that I've never actually seen in-game yet, and I looked at on the screen. Like, I bought Zyra because I got a champion, the champion shard for her, and I've never played against the Zyra yet in this game. Although I looked into the meta on Summoner's Rift, and apparently she's a pretty good support pick, slash mid pick. I don't really know anything about the meta of this game, obviously, I'm a brand new player, but pretty interesting that you see all the meta, that's a meta champion right there. And I haven't seen her once in casual play. I haven't played ranked yet, I'm only a level 19 or 20, so I haven't even got there yet, brand new player, remember? So, getting directly into the gameplay now. The laning phase in the beginning of the game, it feels extremely skill oriented. Like, it's crazy. There's so much knowledge you have to have. I'm trying to learn more and more about this game. But there's so much laning knowledge and lane manipulation and matchups and where you need to be when, and ganks and roaming, and there's so many things you need to learn in the beginning. That I actually think it's a good thing too. I'm not like shit talking the game right now. I actually think that's really nice because like the ranks in ranked, they're there for a reason, right? So if you're in bronze, it means you have a poor understanding of these concepts, and if you're like whatever challenger or whatever the highest tiers are, you have an understanding of that stuff and you have the mechanical skill. So I came in and I think I'm a pretty decent video game player. Like I'm gold in Overwatch right now. I mean, that's not that impressive, I know, but I've been platinum in Rainbow Six Siege before. I'm pretty good at Smite. I was gold playing my my qualifier games in that game, so I think I'm decently mechanically okay in video games. But coming in, like, I got absolutely destroyed like my first game because I didn't know what I was doing. The mechanics did not make me win the game or lose the game. It was just my knowledge, and I'm talking Summoner's Rift right now because that's like the main game mode. We'll get into the other maps later because I do have an opinion on them, but going straight into that map, I lost because I didn't understand the game, and that actually feels kind of nice because it means it's very rewarding the more you play, because that means the more you play, the more you learn, right? It's very fun, and it feels like if you get ahead, you can actually snowball into a win in this game. Like if you get a kill in the beginning of the game, it feels like it matters, you know? You could carry in one way or another if you're a support. Maybe this isn't true for like ranked or whatever, but you could carry as like a support. Say you're like Blitzcrank, that's just one support that I know of. He has like a pull, like a long range pull. If you hit like one good pull on the AD carry in one game and you just kill him, you could just push for a win right there. That's insane. You could carry the game from one play, or you could just play like an ADC. I know Twitch is an ADC. He's like that poison rat thing or whatever, Master Splinter. You can get a Twitch pentakill and carry the game, you know, as the AD carry. You know, that's the whole point. But you could do it from both roles, which I think is very nice. Because the characters are so like interesting and unique, there's so many different ways to do it. Stepping away from the gameplay for 1 second though, I kind of want to talk about the progression and the leveling system of the game. I think the leveling system is honestly perfectly fine. I'm a level 19 or 20, and I've been playing on and off for a few weeks now. I feel like that's pretty fair. Like 30 seems high for a brand new player to start ranked, but after playing until level 20, I realized that I'm nowhere near ready. Like if I was about to jump into ranked right now at level 20, I would get absolutely destroyed. I would be in bronze 5. Most likely, I would be low to mid bronze, like undoubtedly. Apparently, I've heard some horror stories of Bronze League and how it's absolutely horrible. But I believe that's where I'd actually be, not because of mechanical skill, like I was talking about before, but because of the game knowledge you need to have. But back to the progression of the game. A problem I do have is getting champions, unlocking champions. I feel like it's such an absolute grind. Here, I'll put a picture up on the screen of what I'm talking about here. But it's such an absolute grind to get enough of the blue essence that you need to get a champion that you actually want. I just recently, like level 18 or 17, bought my first champion with full blue essence with no champion shard, and he only cost 4,800. I bought Kha'Zix because I want to start jungling, because I feel like that's the hardest and most interesting role. Also new player, so I could be completely wrong there, but something I just want to try. Not the point. 4,800, not even the most expensive character in the game by like 1,600 or something like that, 1,500 maybe. And I just bought my first one. I have like 13 champions or something, but they're all either free from the beginning of the game or they were all really cheap off champion shards. I like the idea of champion shards, and I like that I can fill up a character pool a little bit. But unfortunately, it kind of makes me buy a lot of characters that I don't actually want, just so I actually have more than 2 characters to play. Like you start with Garen, Ashe, and Brand, I believe. So you have those 3 core, which is pretty good. You have like an ADC, a mid, and a top, right? So you have the 3 lanes. That's what you start with. But I want characters before I get to ranked. Like I feel like once I hit level 30 and join to ranked, I'm not going to have the characters that everybody wants, or the meta picks, or what everybody plays, or even what I want to play to have a better time with the game. I can't play exactly what I want to. Like there's a lot of characters that I really want to try out, but there's no way I can do so right now unless they're on free rotation, which is completely random, and you gotta wait a week every time if you want to even try them. And even if I do want to buy them, there's no way for me to get that amount of blue essence before like I hit rank 30. I'm probably only going to be able to buy like 1 more champion, maybe 2 more, because it takes longer to get 20 to 30 than 10 to 20. So I really wish there was a system where maybe every 5, 6, or 10 levels you can get a free champion of your choice. I feel like that would be really nice, because think about it, if you get to level 5 and you get a free champion, it's not a huge deal. From the developer's point of view, you get 6 free champions, right? Up to level 30. That's not a big deal at all, but it's really, really nice as a beginning player. Or even if you want to do it as 6, you get 5 free champions. Or every 10, you get 3 new champions. Just something to help us out a little bit. Because I have gotten 1 that I've actually wanted the entire time I've played this game. And I feel like that's just not enough. I have to be honest. It's just not enough at all. There is also another currency in this game, it being orange essence. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've probably played the game or have experienced it before, but the orange essence is required for skins and chromos. Chromos are like recolors, I guess. Yeah, chromos are like recolors. But you don't need them, right? It's cosmetic. It's completely cosmetic, so I feel like it'd be kind of wrong to try to criticize Riot for making it not easy to get, because that is how they make money, right? That they make it through cosmetics. There's no like way that you could buy something in the game to progress yourself further, or to make the game easier for you and harder for your opponent, which is honestly the only problem I have with microtransactions in video games. If it's completely cosmetic, you know, go for it. Even if it's like a loot box. There's loot boxes everywhere. There's loot boxes in this game. They give you free loot boxes when you level up, which isn't a problem, but there's loot boxes in every video game now. It's a cultural problem for sure, but if it's like cosmetics, I don't have that much of a problem for it. But in this situation, it's really not a big deal. I've gotten 1 full skin since I've started playing the game, and I just got it at level 20. It's the firefighter skin for Tristana, which I got out of like a Hextech crate or something, and then I had to pay 1,600 orange essence to get it. I had to disenchant a ward skin. I think that's perfectly fine. I think going forward it's going to be extremely hard to ever get another skin, honestly, because I really haven't gotten any extra orange essence except for the stuff that I started with. I think I got orange essence out of like 1 chest. So I mean, it's very, very hard to get, but I don't think it's necessary at all, so it's not a huge deal. And this is something I do have to talk about. The kind of culture, the players, the toxicity, the environment in the game. None of these are direct results of anything that the company who made League of Legends has done, but it is a consequence of it being a MOBA and a multiplayer competitive game in general, but unfortunately there's nothing you can do about it. The kind of experience that I've had so far is just that in my first casual Summoners War game that I've ever played, I got flamed hardcore, right? Like, it happens a lot. It's a part of MOBAs. I was in a game as Kha'Zix in the jungle just like a week or two ago, and you know, I was doing pretty well, I thought. In the beginning, I got like a couple early ganks. I helped my team get a couple kills in the beginning, but since I didn't start ganking everybody's lanes at all times, I started getting flamed hardcore, and I feel like you get the worst of it as a jungle, especially because you're expected to be everywhere at once. And you know, maybe I could have played better. Probably I'm probably a bronze player at best, so you know, I'm probably not the greatest jungler there's ever been. But there are these gold rank players that are coming into this casual game and just flaming people, right? Unfortunately, because this is such a popular and competitive game, and that every game is 20+ minutes, every game means so much to every player in the game. So that's why it's the tension is there. Whenever you play a league game, it is so tense and so stressful because it feels like there's so much on the line for you, for every teammate, for the enemy. It feels like if you make one screw up, you destroy a game. You can break the tension in the air with like a toothpick, right? It's absolutely unbelievable. It's the most tense game I've ever played by far, just because everything matters. And seeing these people just flame new players, it kind of sucks. It's a bad experience for the new players. It's a bad experience for anybody involved. I don't really understand the kind of BM that they dish out. It's not something that I would do, but it's understandable. This isn't League specific, trust me. This is just a meme with League because it's the most popular competitive MOBA game out there right now. Every MOBA game has it. Smite has it. Dota has it. I don't know what other MOBAs are out there right now, but those are probably the big three right now, and every single one has it. It's just that League of Legends is the most popular, so it gets the most flack for it. And you see it all the time because there's so many big League streamers and YouTubers that are actually kind of incentivized to BM like this as well, because people think it's funny when they trash on terrible tier players. There are very, very famous Twitch streamers, I'm not going to name any names, but are very successful. A lot of it is due because of the fact that they just shit talk worse players than them and they BM the whole game, and people think it's funny, so you know, they get donations and they get people encouraging them and feeding them on. It's just a bad culture of a lot of people with big egos in the same match and them all just blasting everybody else if the game doesn't go perfectly their way, even if they're not doing necessarily great either. Overall though, I'm having a great time with this game so far. I really hope to progress more in this game. I want to play ranked, I want to get highly ranked, I want to do well, I want to get better. I can't wait to play more, unlock some new characters, although it's going to be kind of a grind, but we talked about that. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.